hello. We are back. It is your boys, Infernal and Dragon.
What's up?
We hope you've had a good week up to this point. We hope you had a good weekend, because that would have been the last time. Everything in between this Friday and last Friday. Hope everything was good. If not, hope that, the episode helped you get through a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit of a brain fart there.
I had a lot going on, and it was all medical based. So
Oh,
I don't,
Jesus.
I don't want. I can't.
Freaking old man.
It wasn't fully me. It was Zuko too. He's not that old. He's only 3.
Old enough.
He's not old man yet. He's a young adult with puppy tendencies. And
The worst kind.
it's the worst kind. Shout out to our new regions of listeners that we got: Finland and Malawi, wherever the fuck that is. Hi.
Malawi?
Malawi.
Isn't that like near Hawaii?
Fuck
I'm
if
probably
I know.
I'm probably wrong.
Fuck if I know. But they have
Geography
found
was
us.
geography was never my strong suit.
Even if geography was your strong suit, there's no way to possibly remember all of the countries that exist currently or did at one point. It's ridiculous. There's way too many people on this planet. Sorry, not sorry. But we do appreciate the listens and the support. So keep it up. We're about to break 50 plays. So
Oh,
awesome. Every episode, besides subscriptions, have views on them, but that's okay because the subscription one hasn't been available as long. And is
they
it near
strike again.
Mozambique?
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, yeah, okay.
Mozambique strikes again.
Yeah, Mozambique back in it again. So yeah, shout out to everyone who's been supporting us up to this point. And if you would like to support us more, we do have the Patreon, which has all of the subscription episodes up to this point, plus bonus content, including our con trip and the episode we did for that from there that we did, our pictures that we did from there, other posts, Inferno's original villain story is there, and more to come as well. GTA story is going to be there, and yeah, all sorts of fun things and counting is there. It also gives you access to our Discord, which gives you access to us on the off days when we are not recording, and that gives you the ability to give us suggestions, comments, concerns, hang out, be a part of the games for those episodes that we do, so that you have something to look at. Any of the games that we are part of, you are more than welcome to join, what have you. And we have a lot in our arsenal that we don't do on a regular basis because they require more people. So come hither and hang out with us. Prices to be disclosed on the website, no more than $5 or the equivalent, because we have a lot of regions. So yeah, that's all the housekeeping for now, and we are going to pop on into the topic of the episode, which is plot armor loopholes. This is coming off of the back of my plot armor rant episode, which was I don't know how many episodes ago that we did. It was I put my plot armor on. That episode is where this is stemming from. So if you would like to know what the beginning part of this nonsense is, feel free to listen to that episode. It is a fun one. All of them are fun, but especially that one. So yeah, as we were doing before we started recording, yes, so the main one being fantasy ones, which are the hardcore culprits of plot armor. And I'm more so in like D&D styles or like RPG styles, because obviously you're playing the hero or the hero-esque person, protagonist. There we go. That's the word, because they're not necessarily always good. And yes, you may be beaten by the baddie, but you are always destined to beat the baddie in the end. So, like,
the destiny
it's always
of the hero.
Yeah, you're always going to win at some point. There's never going to be a point where you don't win out in this confrontation. That being said, what are some things that could be done on the villain's part that would usurp this destiny or make it harder? The first one that came to mind when I thought of this idea was the big bad evil guy who's, the big demon lord who has the big castle at the end of the edge of the known world, whatever, in the dark forest hidden behind a rock or something, sets up in, like, the beginner town and just takes control of that. Because, for the most part, most stories show that his, or her, depending on, reign extends out enough that everyone is terrified of said person, but not to the point that they're not conspiring against them. I wish a motherfucker would try some shit with me in their front yard. Like, that would... I'm not saying it wouldn't happen, but it would be less brazen. Because Big Baddie always knows these fuckers are coming for him. And it's never hidden. They're not, like, secret, like, oh, we must, find the
hero's
prophecies.
Party is coming.
Yeah, the hero's party's coming. They're throwing a party. They're, eating food, celebrating. I was like, yeah, they're going to bring the death of the demon lord or whatever. And homie's just sitting on his throne like...
I'm waiting.
Right? Like, bored out of his mind is like, I'm waiting. So, also, if he didn't decide to wait, just show up later. Get real excited and go meet him. And see how it goes. Pretty sure some bricks would be shat. I'm just saying.
Especially when it's an overpowered, like, for example, demon lord.
Yeah, big time. Just oof.
Einzolgon.
See, there was no loopholes to be exploited, because this one. Now, frankly, he's that one. This is like when we were talking about the criteria for villains. And he's one of those ones that it's like, depending on who you ask, really determines if he's a villain or not. Because homie just showed up in the area. For those who haven't seen Overlord, I'll try not to spoil too much, but...
That's a tall order right there.
There is a tall order, but I'm really good at what I do. So,
if you haven't seen Overlord... we definitely recommend watching Overlord. It's very good.
Yeah, fun stuff. So, shows up in the area, and he's like, we're not in Kansas anymore. And, like, and so he's just kind of, like, looking around, and he's like, what's going on?
The abridged. The abridged Overlord classified.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, those are fun. And it's just like, okay, looks around, sees is like, hey, we're like in the middle of nowhere. Can we like not have ourselves stick out like a sore thumb? Certainly. Cool. Hides or whatever.
Why am I dead?
And then it's like, okay, now we need to go figure out what's around. So you go find some people around. Again, human mind, not so human body. And so he's like, yeah, you go look for other people living in the area and, gather information. There's other species, etc., blah, 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 living around. And you go and show up and shit's popping off. So you're just like, well, that's not cool. Also, I want to know what I can and can't do with my powers anymore, or possibly, since I'm no longer where I come from. Again, not necessarily bad, kind of fucked up to be using people for, experimentation, but who hasn't done that in a video game when you get new powers? Someone has to be the target.
That's why you go find some bad guys.
That's why he goes to find some bad guys. And technically he did. Depending on who you ask. The people
to be fair, they're pretty bad.
Well, yeah, but it's like the people who were getting attacked, yes, definitely the bad guys. The people who were getting attacked by Ainz, definitely not the bad guys. But that aside, And it just continues on in that kind of same pattern of him just kind of testing the limits of what he's capable of doing in his ultimate goal, which isn't necessarily ruining people's days. But it keeps happening. And
I mean, it's more of a byproduct when you really think about it.
It is. And it's like, I'm sorry that you are the unfortunate circumstances and souls to be involved in me just kind of trying to figure out some shit. But also, you also are a part of the problem because you decided to roll up on me and I'm not having that. So here we are. And there you are, over there and over there and up there.
Over there, and up there, down there. What are you doing down there?
Helsing's Bridge. If you look into your heart, which is currently all over that tree, you'll find the intent to forgive me. It is very much that kind of scenario. What was the other one? So for Bleach, a prime example of the loophole being exploited. Again, if you haven't seen original Bleach at this point, you're not going to. Things will not make sense. Oh well.
There is no spoiler warning allowed for you because Bleach is so old at this point.
If you were going to watch it, you were going to watch it. If not, then I'm sorry. And if Bleach is new to you due to you coming into the land of anime, I do apologize. I do know that you guys exist, but I can't cater to all of you, nor will I try. So, take it up in the comments. I read those. I also troll back, so you've been warned.
Yeah, I could see you doing that.
You've been warned. The DMs are open, but I'm a troll.
He lives to be a troll.
I am a being of chaos.
Instead of having a troll under the bridge, you have a dragon under the bridge.
It's like, it is I, Dragon's Fury. Answer my riddle 3. Are you a bitch? I thought you said bitch. I thought you said 3. Yes. Are you a bitch? Oh, God.
Your question has answered the first question.
I was like, yes. So, execution, and I know you said the name before we started, and I forgot just that quickly.
Yeah,
Bookman.
Bookman. Yeah, Tsukushima from Bleach is got the full bring arc, which was this pretty much the last arc until the current arc that is currently airing. Which, goddamn, that Year Blood War so good.
And so his ability allows him,
which is bullshit.
It is bullshit, yes, with a caveat. And I feel like the caveat is if you're crazy. Because it's if you're crazy, or in Ichigo's case, there's more than one person in your head.
Yeah. And for those that are, before we get off too much, Tsukushima's power in Bleach is if he stabs someone with his sword, he can insert himself into any part of their life, basically taking the spot of anything or anyone that person holds dear, which ends up causing a lot of manipulation happening, and it's a lot of bullshit.
So imagine gaslighting to the point that everyone else around you believes the story. Like, it is the ultimate gaslighting ability.
Best way to make someone lose their mind.
Only if you have the concept that something's wrong. And that's where things get to be BS, because it seems like no one, even though, especially in the Bleach universe, where you have at least the main characters having, a presence, or the ability to perceive more than the normal human being, that you don't have just a little tickle in the back of your mind that something's not right. Now, I'm not saying you have to immediately acknowledge it and be like, this is not right. You're lying to me. Faker. No, but if it's still, for all intents and purposes, another human putting their influence over you, and you have a strong of enough will to sense other beings that aren't fully human either, and you mean to tell me you can't understand that he's not something ain't right about this motherfucker?
Well, that's the thing about his ability, is that it basically bypasses any of those kind of instincts.
Like, which goes back to what we started. It's bullshit.
Yeah, believe me, like, I'm still sticking by that. It's freaking bullshit. But at the same time, it's like, I understand. It's like, hey, like, if you mess with memories, because memories is a strong thing, especially when it's like memories that you hold dear. It's just like, if you modify them to the point where it's like you were the one that helped them, or you are the one they really care about, it's just like, yeah, no, like those memories are tough to go against, but still, it's just like, gotta hate that asshole.
Yeah, I would be utterly and completely immune, and not in the sense that it wouldn't work on me. It's just he wouldn't get his way, because one, I can't remember a lot of shit, for fuck's sake, and two, even people that I hold dear still can get the smoke. So I would still be fighting him for different reasons, but he's still getting fought. He'd been like, the fuck is this? And I would be like, oh, it's our game. What do you mean it's our game?
So basically you're putting yourself in Byakuya shoes there.
Not per se. It wouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to do something reckless because of my pride. It would just be more of our friendship is... It would be more of Kenpachi style. Like, yeah, cool, you're in my life, but I still want to fight you.
Yeah. Yeah, like if he got matched up with Kenpachi like that, no, that would have been game over right there.
Which was why they didn't let him switch partners when he was like, he looks stronger. No, right. It would have broken the story right then and there, because it wouldn't have mattered if he was like if he somehow made it that he was the lieutenant. Fight me.
Right.
She would fight me. Oh god.
I'm just trying to imagine Tsukishima taking the place of Yachiru.
Oh god. Would he be as annoying?
Probably.
Also, that would be very interesting. That would be a very, very interesting interaction.
Yeah, especially
with who she is.
With who she is, and also just thinking about like all the times that she's literally just on Zaraki's shoulders. Right.
Which is the greatest thing ever. Because it's also, everyone is like, what the fuck is happening there? But then they remember who it is, and they were like, I don't want to know.
Yep. Nope. And especially when like we saw Yachiru and her spiritual pressure, it's like, yep, nope, don't want to fuck with that.
Nope, don't fuck with that. And you're just like, wait a minute.
Monsters stay together.
It's like, yep. It's like, kitty! It's like, yeah. Great stuff. Yeah, and so I'm just like, all right. Who else has... So, as complicated as it is, Warframe does it, but it's a loophole fighting plot armor, fighting loopholes, fighting plot armor.
I'm sorry, what?
All right. You strap in.
Like you just saying that one sentence made like half my brain just like collapse. Just well, like
get your proverbial seatbelt, strap in. We're going on a roller coaster.
All right, everyone, get your drinks. We're gonna need it.
We're gonna need it after this one. For my Warframe fans out there, you'll probably understand this a lot sooner than everyone else.
Yeah, probably.
So, Warframe, you're piloting a frame. So your armor. I'll keep it simple for everyone who doesn't know the actual game. So you're playing an armor. Your character is an armor with abilities, whatever one it is, right? So we'll just keep it short and sweet and simple. So your character, you show up, you're like, oh, wakey wakey, they're coming to get you. Taken style. Like, you've been found out, time to get up, they found a harder place, trouble's happening, go, get up, get up, get up, right? You're groggy as hell, you've had the longest of naps, you don't know which way is up, left, right, or backwards, and you need to defend yourself. So now you got to go figure out how to use a weapon again, you got to figure out your abilities again, and you got to figure out how to walk again. So you're doing all of that, and you go on a escape spree. You just got to get out of Dodge, because everyone and their mother of a very, very ugly race of individuals are out to get you. So you escape. Sorta. You get tagged on your way out. And you're like, crap, I can't do things even more than what I couldn't already do later. So there's the plot armor loophole, because again, you're the protagonist, you're supposed to always succeed. Well, here's a hindrance loophole. Now, it's still, you get away, but you've been tagged, you are hindered. Now you're trying to undo the thing that is hindering you. You go figure out, like, the technology, blah, 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 whatever. Plot armor. Because you just the fuck woke up. How is it that the computer system, whatever, that also has been asleep and is damaged, is able to figure all of these things out off rip, right? Okay, so plot armor on that front. So you go, he's like, you get the hindrance off, you got full capabilities again, you're not being tracked by Big Ugly again, you go fight him, boom. But
I mean, computers know all. What can you expect?
Yeah, fair. So plot armor full activated again. You take him out, and then you find out the whole system is fucked up and knows that you're awake. Now, everyone is coming after you, in some extent. Loophole. Plot armor loophole. Because it's like, oh yeah, we saw that they were using a lot of resources to go with for one thing. Why would they do that? That seems weird. Oh, this motherfucker's back? Oh, that's fantastic. We can't have him running around. It was already a pain in the ass with those ugly fuckers doing their shenanigans. Now we have this asshole who's a relic of the past, who should be still asleep or hidden away. We thought they were all gone. We're back. And depending on if you want to use other players as in-lore canon, a lot of you are back.
I mean, technically, isn't that true?
Technically, yes, and like no. Here's the other loophole thing. So the loophole of it is, yes, in like there's other Tenno about, like you're not the only one that would technically have been woken up, but the plot armor thing is that it's still seen as one entity. It's still, you know, oh, it's this one guy ruining everything for us who just happens to be able to use all these different frames. And so then the plot armor kicks back in, where it's like, oh, your actual body is somewhere else in another dimension, on the moon, wherever the moon is right now.
Hey, wasn't it like a black hole or something?
It's whatever. So it's like, and then you're like, okay, so like the loophole is like, oh, someone knows about you because they were the people who you were created to fight. And they know exactly where your ass is. They've just been waiting for you to slip the fuck up so they could really come and get your ass. Loophole. It's just a back and forth of just going in and out of plot armor and like loopholing the plot armor, where it's like, yeah, oh yeah, you're supposed to be able to beat all these people, but it would be a shame if I came for you directly, and now you have to fight me without your main abilities. That was fun.
I don't need abilities. I have a bow.
I have a bow. In some cases, I have a Iron Man unibeam.
I have a stick.
I love the MK111 bow. Oh, I love it. But and then when you like, get a bow later, or any of the other staff type weapons, so great. Crafting those were so much fun. And then you have again where it's the plot armor activating. The frames are kind of like legends, and you're basically finding the schematics to rebuild them. So it's not the actual ones what these come from, you're just making copies. And then you have the primes, but we're not going to go into that. That is just way too complicated.
They're just fancy.
Yeah, well, they're fancy, but they're the originals.
I guess that's why they're called primes.
Yeah, the primes are the originals. The first versions you get are the shabby knockoffs.
Mm.
And man, are they shabby.
Excalibur.
Excalibur. I don't know. Does Excalibur have a prime? I'm sure he does. Does he?
What?
Does Excalibur have a prime? I'm trying to think.
Maybe.
Maybe. Possibly. I can't visualize it in my head. To the interwebs.
Yep. I am Googling right now. I don't like it.
Okay. So he has one, but you don't like it. Got it. It's probably ugly as sin, isn't it?
Yeah. Here we go.
Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, his is the most underrated prime. So even if I did remember what this looked like, it would explain why I don't remember it, because everyone else gets super fancified, and he is just like basic bitch mode beyond reason.
He basically has a wannabe Stargate on his face.
Yeah, the key they're called, there's keys that look like that, which is just the mark.
I'm just imagining he fell face first onto one of these keys.
It's literally the mark of the civilization, essentially. So it's like he's like number one. So it but it got way more majestic and beautiful.
Honestly,
later on.
I think it would have been cool if they made the Excalibur Prime look. I don't know, because like I'm trying to remember the one from Dark Sector, because that one was more metallic looking compared to the Excalibur that we have in Warframe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find Excalibur.
All the primes will have some kind of like decoration like that is like on their face like that. So it's not just him. Like it will always have some kind of like ornamentation that's on their face like that. Marking, like, because again they were created for like as soldiers and for fighting and shit like that. I'm trying to find a good picture, but I don't know why they don't have a good one. He's like holding whatever.
Here, yeah, because the Excalibur that was in Dark Sector, like, because obviously it was working with like the armor that the guy was wearing.
Yeah.
Like if they made the Prime look a little closer to that, maybe add some more gold accents to it, I think that would look probably a lot better.
Yeah, but see, at the same time, it seems like Dark Sector is almost like a after fact of the war. So this would, if I'm remembering my timeline roughly right, Prime would have been first. Dark Sector would have been the second one. The one we have in Warframe would have been the third. Like in line.
So according to like the wiki for Dark Sector, Dark Sector it is a prequel, but it's also set in a different timeline.
So it's an alternate version of him.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that wouldn't even have worked out. So I guess it was if he woke up sooner.
I still like Excalibur's design in Dark Sector.
Oh yeah, no, it's still a solid design. There's no, stopping that. But for sure,
oh yeah, no,
is that what I'm saying? But all right, let's see what is next on the docket.
Apparently Warframe actually has some Easter eggs towards Dark Sector.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, fair enough. Warframe is a huge game.
Yeah, massive. I do want to get back to it at one point when I don't have obligations of. Basically, I'm going back to Warframe as like a retirement game. Is that in Skyrim or whatever Elder Scrolls were on at the time, because it will be big enough and there will be enough stuff to do that I can just go on with my life and not worry about anything, right? Because right now, what keeps happening is that I want current content that is like time exclusive, and that's really the issue. Main reason why I keep playing Leap, because they keep dropping some amazing skin that I want, and it's only available at the time of the event of release, and then shows up eventually maybe some years later. But who got time to wait for it like that? If I can get it done within like the 2 weeks that it's available, which I have already. And so
yeah, I need a couple more games and I can get my Mythic Essence and I'll be done.
And so yeah, I'm still debating. Speaking of Mythic Essence, I'm debating about getting that Leona one. I just don't know if I'm committed to play Leona.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Leona's a great support, but I don't know, you may have to ask Mr. Squish for that.
Yeah, I might have to.
Another game that we both are currently playing that has limited time is Apex.
Yes, but I'm doing that more so because of the event, and also my brother's back playing because he wants to play it, and then we also have another of our friends back. So we basically have the full squad back. And
yeah, I've noticed that you
we've been
three-manning.
Yeah, we've been three-manning it. We were going to play today. Like, he was going to be on, if he's not on right now. But he said at like 6:20, and I was like, I'm recording at 6:30. So here we are.
Yeah, like I've been working on Apex. Got the Cossack skin today.
Yeah, I need to, after we're done recording, it will be what I do after hop in. Because I literally need like 1 kill. One kill, 1 assist, or 1 knock. I just need someone to just lose in a fight to me, and that's that. And I have this skin.
Oh god, yeah, I do apologize for the coughs. The coughs will be here for a little bit. For the most part, I am probably like 95% back from COVID. Yay. But yeah, no, I was doing some Apex during my lunch break today, and the game right now has been letting me play Catalyst a lot, which I am very happy about, and got a win today.
Nice. It's been a lot of.
I'm pretty sure. Remind me, does her tactical, does that do damage if it hits someone?
If it hits, I don't know if it makes direct contact, but yes, it does damage if they're in it.
Well, I know if they're in it, because like I threw my tactical at them. I did not hear it expand before champion popped up. I'm just like, wait, does this damage?
Well, I think its activation animation is a lot quicker than other ones, so I was like, as soon as it even like connects with the ground, it's like already causing, because it expands from like the center point. So yeah, if it hit them and they are the center point, yeah, they would take damage. But they had to be like super low though. It's not high damage.
Oh yeah, it was like the last fight and they were hiding behind a rock.
Oh, well, okay, there you go.
But it was just funny because I just see my little blob go over the rock and then champion. Like, wait, what?
Got him. You are the champion. Were you solo in duos?
No.
Okay, I was about to say, you crazy person.
No, I was doing that as well. Yes.
Never mind. Statement retracted. Yes, crazy person.
If I'm working on stuff that's going to take a while, I'll go into trios. But it's like if I'm working on quick stuff, then yeah, I'm gonna go solo and duos. I have no one to play with.
Which is crazy because NGW is on like all the time too. So it's like, how do you not see the club people? I don't know. Because I
don't know. Whenever I'm on, I either never see someone on or you guys are already a 3-man. So.
Well, it's still an odd number of us, so it can still work out. We can make things work. Either way, what were we originally going to switch to? I don't remember. All I can think about is putting my pot pie in the oven because I still have dinner.
Come on, man.
What? I was busy doing games and writing a story.
But you can have your pot pie in the oven while that's going.
I would have to remember to turn the oven on and put it in the thing. Did we not discuss that I have a shit memory?
Yes, we did discuss that. Just to make sure everyone that's listening understands that as well.
Yeah, no, I have a very shit memory, and so this is why I write things down, and if I don't write it down, it doesn't exist. That being said, we are... is it would you rather time? Yeah. Yes. Yes, it is. Ha ha ha. All right, let's go see what do we got? What do we got?
Honestly, I'll take a couple for sore throat. Like, the sore throat is probably the worst part of what I had.
Oh.
Like, I literally felt like I was getting stabbed in the throat.
Okay. Which option would you rather pick to make some money?
Oh, right.
All right. So these are the caveats of the options. Actually, I'll read the options first, and then I'll read the caveats. So,
Okay.
Option 1, $100 per spider you eat.
Ugh.
$1,000 per day you don't fab it or have the intercourse. You know, keeping it PG for those adults.
Okay.
Even though we've been cursing left and right.
Fudge.
Is it Fudge Monkey? $50 per pull-up.
Oh, I can barely do one.
$20,000 per raunch video you make must be public and have your name in the title.
Oh, God.
You gotta own that shit.
I know which one you're picking.
$50K per week you spend in solitary confinement. Or $30 per puppy you kill.
Cross that one out immediately.
And here are the stipulations. Option 1, you can cook them, but you can't add spices, salt, or anything that adds to the taste.
So, boiled for safety.
Yep. You can just make sure that... essentially, you can make sure that they're dead. You can just eat dead spiders that been, you know, heated. For option 2, you have to go 20... Like, the day
also, what kind of spiders are we talking here?
It's just spiders. So
any spider, okay.
Whatever spider you eat. Option 2, the day is considered as the day is, you know, calculated. So that's 24 hours. So every 24 hours from the start of you doing said action will grant you the money.
What was the action again?
The second one was no fapping or doing the bang bang.
Okay.
Because I will come up with a different way of saying it each time because it's more funny that way.
The bang bang.
The bang bang.
Bang bang bang.
Oh god, I'm pretty sure they did that after that song, to be frank.
Probably a lot of the audience did too.
After the so no half reps are allowed and no assisted pull-ups. So you just gotta do them all on your own power. No half-assing it. Option 4, you must use your real name and put it in the title. Your face must be clearly visible. The clip must include a sexual act. It must be longer than 1 minute, and your business has to be visible. So you gotta claim it in full.
Oh god.
If you do it, we have to know it was you. Let's see. Option 5, we have no contact with the outside world or any human for a week. The cell looks decent, no bugs, and there's no extreme temperatures. It does not specify amenities of any kind, so we'll stick with, you know, not being in a torture situation, so you'll have the basic necessities of food, water, and a place to do your business cleanly.
Can I have a TV in Skyrim?
No. Solitary confinement. This is jail style.
Okay, fine. Can I get a book? They have books in prison.
They have books in prisons. Yeah. So you might, let's say you might find like one shabby book that was left from a previous tenant. And that is all the concessions we are making.
That's fair.
Let's see. And for the terrible option, you must use a knife to kill the puppies.
Oh God!
You can repeat any option as often as you like. If you're caught cheating, you'll have to pay 20K. So if you try to subvert the rules that were in place, you have to pay out 20K. So which one are you doing? And you have to pick one.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's two I am debating on right now. Obviously, I'm pretty sure everyone that has been listening to this podcast knows that solitary confinement is one option I'm thinking of. The other one is the spiders.
All right. So,
If I had to pick one, what was the money for each one again?
so $100 per spider
Per spider.
and 50K per week.
Excuse me.
I can hear the gears in the math.
I'm also trying to think. God damn. My body's just like, don't do it, don't do it. Yeah, I would probably regret it, but I would go with the spiders.
All right. Just for shits and giggles, how many spiders are you thinking you eating?
Well, there are tiny spiders, and if I boil enough of them, I can get one hell of a soup.
All right, spider soup.
That way I can just drink it.
Let's see.
Because like I've heard what like how specifically like tarantulas taste, very earthy, bitter, and very crunchy.
The fact that as people, we know this, and it's one of those things. Just why?
Shout out to good mythical morning.
Again, just why?
Oh, that's not even the worst thing they've eaten.
I know it's not the worst thing you're eating, but they're not the first to have done it. I'm talking
I
about
know.
the ones who that it's their culture to eat things like this. It's just like, but like why?
Yeah, who was it? Was it Andrew Zimmerman? Bizarre Foods? The Bizarre Food Show. Like, that's where they showed a lot of bugs being eaten.
Oh, yeah. So, I think for those patiently waiting for my answer, we're going with the no touchy Zuko, not Zuko, Cusco style. And because I do that now. Because
that is the easiest.
I am up before the sun, and I lift heavy equipment, so I'm tired beyond reason and don't have time for that.
He's so tired he can't get his arm up.
So, there are times where I just come home and drop.
Like
it's like I could do that. I'm pulling a solid 5K, hands down.
Oh yeah,
easy.
Oh yeah, like that's the easiest option of all of them. I pretty much was choosing an option that would actually make me think.
None of these make me think because I can't do pull-ups like that to make it
I can't do pull-ups for shit.
Reasonable money. I'm not eating spiders. Forget that. I'm not stabbing puppies.
If you chose that option,
solitary confinement is boring. Granted, I don't like people as is, and I'm not saying I wouldn't be fine with it, but I was like, it's just not good for me. You gotta look out for numero uno. And
Zuko?
He's 1.5, if anything. He's an asshole. He's such an asshole.
He is your child.
Unfortunately, yes. It seems that even though we weren't first, he has more traits that are destined from us, and I don't understand how we got there. But yes, that's our fur child through and through. Speaking of which, I think he's with Mermaid actually. Yeah, he is. And let's be real. I don't. Not like I wouldn't do it. The whoop-de-whoop video, it's more of the, I don't want the responsibility of trolling the amount of people that come of that. Because here's the thing. even if you do it, you put out your information, title, whatever. The only way someone's finding it out is if someone's looking for it or was already there for that kind of content. So I don't want to put in that much work of trolling the people to be like, "Oh, I hear you got this. Why? Why did you hear this?
How did you hear this?
Who were you talking to that was into the particular category? In my case, string bean chocolate." Who's looking for that? Who do you know that was looking for that? Also, even if they weren't looking for it, who was it recommended to? I have questions that you don't have answers to, and you now regret for bringing it up.
Like, good God.
And I'm relentless.
I'm sorry, I can't get over what the hell you called yourself. I can't get over that.
That's where I am right now. I'm working on it, but like that's where I am right now. String bean chocolate. That's what it is. And for those who know what I look like, that is the funniest thing I could say.
Oh God, making me have a coughing fit. Damn it.
So our real OGs, the ones who've been following us even before the show, like who've been
I'm dying.
My Twitch days, know what I look like. So, and it will probably come out again because I'm debating about doing like TikTok shorts of these kind of episodes like this, like doing just putting it out there, no tags to just see who finds it. It's just like stuff like this. Like I was thinking about doing like question of the day. So like just pose a random question of like the stuff that I do at like work that I give like to my coworkers like during like our intermittent breaks that we take. It was like when we're just like taking 5 minutes or whatever. Things that I asked them. I'm thinking about like doing TikToks or like that. Obviously I'm gonna be in my mask because that's the whole thing. Like the icon is my mask, so that's the whole shtick. But I still want to do stuff like that, and then obviously get to the point when we go back to cons and stuff. Appearances and doing panels like that, there'll be a lot of that. So people, I'm not going to hide it from people, but right now no one knows what I look like outside of the inner circle.
And eventually we'll get back to live streaming.
We will get to there at one point, probably when we get it on like TikTok, if anything. I feel like it would just be easier to live stream off TikTok.
Yeah, live stream on TikTok and YouTube is probably the better area.
Yeah, so that it would be stuff like that. So yes, so it's just a funny thing to say out loud in general, and then you have when you find out like what I look like, and it will be like even funnier. Following into that, as I'm trying not to laugh again. Other question. You and your friend get $1 million if wait, hold on. How was it worded? I want to make sure I have it worded right. Did I save it? Let me check. Please tell me I saved it. I think I didn't. But so you and a friend get $1 million if you win, like if your friend says something racist or gay. Who are you calling?
Wait, I'm sorry. Repeat that?
So, $1 million on the line.
Okay.
The condition to get said $1 million is if the person the friend that you contact within a reasonable time of the conversation, so we'll give it like 2 minutes, enough to like get through, hellos or whatever, depending on like who you call or whatever. Within like 2 minutes, without like prompting, because that's cheating, just within 2 minutes of a natural conversation you have with this person you contact, if they say something racist or gay, you both get $1 million. Who are you calling? Obviously, you can.
I have a question.
I know the answer is obvious. It's just the speed of which you answered it.
Yep.
And for those who don't know, Sacred is our resident gay of the group.
And he calls himself out so much. It's just like, yeah, no, this would be easy.
It would be easy. Yeah. Now, for everyone else, it's me. I'm the friend you call.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a Tuesday.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Yeah, no, if it's a Tuesday, something's gonna pop out.
Oh, shoot. Not even pop out. I answer the phone with "Hey, sexy," and it will be a dude. Yeah, no, I hardcore flirt with my friends unapologetically, because it's fun. Why not? Why wouldn't I? It's great stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was too funny. That was hilarious. My coworker had said one of their friends from up north, because no matter how much they're talking or like whatever they're talking about, they will always bring up the statement, "Why are you trying to sleep with me?"
Jesus.
He will figure out some way to incorporate that into the conversation every time. And I was like, perfect. Fantastic. That is a perfect friend to call for that. Oh, God. Oh, that's good stuff. Oh. All right. You got any final fun things to say? And to our lovely fans and listeners and newbies who find us as their first episode into the shenanigans? You cut out on that one.
I know, that's why. To be honest, I'm actually looking through the Would You Rathers as well. And some of these I'm just like, what? Like, what are these?
Oh yeah, no, it gets really
Like,
ridiculous.
Yeah, like here's one that I am kind of curious on what your answer is. I'm going to take one of the answers out just because, like, eh.
All right, well, we'll use this as our wrap up. Let's get it.
Yeah. So it's a Would You Rather with a machete, face in a fight to the death, 100 pocket knife wielding Florida men on bath salts, 100 untrained pit bulls, 100 feral Maine Coons, which I'm just imagining fur and teeth, or 100 starving brown bears, and all this with a machete.
I'm fighting Florida man.
Yeah. Because at least with that one, you have a chance.
As a Florida man, I'm fighting Florida man.
Yeah, the one I took off was 100 unarmed toddlers on a sugar high.
Does it say I have to use the machete?
Yes.
I'm okay.
With a machete.
Okay. So just as that being my weapon of choice, I fight these other things. Oh, I'm going with the toddler. I'm fighting toddlers.
That's why I took it off the list, because I knew like that would be like.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I'm fighting the toddlers. Okay, we'll have to put it in the subscriber episode. So if you guys want to know the rest of this conversation of the Would You Rathers, subscribe so you don't miss out. But yeah, we're gonna save that one for our Patreon episode and the subscriber episodes of what I want to talk about in regards to fighting toddlers.
Oh dear God.
But we gotta end this one or it's gonna run too long. So if you guys want to catch in on what nonsense is to come, subscribe for $3, $5 if you want to get the bonus level for Patreon, to catch all the fun that we have on our secondary episodes that are just as fun as our public episodes. So till then, thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. And we outie.
Have a good day or night. One of them.